Ladies and gentlemen, get ready, because the love story you believe to be goals was just dragged through the Bronx dirt for 12 long years. Papoose stood tall, the poster child for loyalty, and was the ride-or-die husband who kept Remy Ma down. Through a prison sentence, industry beefs, and late-night Twitter rants. However, today, his world fell apart because what was leaked isn't a song, a diss track, or a cunning direct message. Rather, it's a child, a secret daughter. And the shocking revelation is that her other parent isn't Papoose, not even a man. The truth is coming out with DNA tests, anonymous leaks, and whispers that this mystery girl might be the next big thing in rap with her bars and her girlfriend's swagger. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, because this isn't just a scandal. This is a hip-hop earthquake, and we're just feeling the first tremor. We all know Remy Ma as the Bronx-bred lyricist who spits bars like bullets, survived jail time, and came out stronger, richer, and perhaps a little more secretive than we realized. And of course, there's Papoose, the man who pretty much redefined what loyalty looks like. He held her down for 6 years while she was serving time, wrote her letters, visited her weekly, and turned black love into a hashtag. He even waited for her to return home before consummating their marriage. But it seems that while he was writing poetry and purchasing ring upgrades, Remy was concealing a whole child. The catch is that the other parent is a woman, a female rapper who was allegedly well-known on the underground scene in the 2000s. Sources. Also known as a cousin who used to roll blunts at their studio sessions. Before Remy was imprisoned, she and this woman lived together and had a close bond, which in hood translation usually means that they were making more than just music. Now, years later, that same cousin has made a shocking social media post. A blurry photo of a preteen girl with the caption, "Y'all not ready for this tea?" She looked just like Remy and spit bars better than her too. At first, fans assumed it was a troll. But then the second post included a side-by-side comparison of young Remy in her battle rap days and this girl. Then came the audio, an old voicemail, purportedly from Remy herself about keeping things low for the baby's safety, mentioning a she in the parental context and referring to someone named Ka as our little one. KMA, who is Ka. The name went viral faster than a leaked diss track, and everyone assumed it was a hoax, until a woman posing as Remy's ex appeared on TikTok, baby. She had receipts, and her name is Lady Flames. She is a rough-voiced rapper from Brooklyn who never quite made it out of the underground circuit, but in her 4-minute live, she dropped enough bombshells to ruin a career. But now that the truth is out, I'm in love with Rem. And yes, that's my daughter too. She said she and Rem were together for almost 4 years, trying to start a legacy together before Ree's sentence interrupted their plans. But the biggest revelation was that Remy was artificially inseminated, and they planned it together. This is where things get messy, because if this is true, then Remy got pregnant before prison, had the child in secret, and never told Papoose, even though they were married while she was serving her time. People are now calling out the hypocrisy, because for years, Remy Ma paraded around as a changed woman who was all about loyalty, truth, and family values, while this entire chapter of her life was locked away like an unreleased mixtape. The internet is going crazy over this. Remy Ma may have been carrying another woman's child, one that she never acknowledged publicly, one that she never introduced to the world. And what's worse, according to Lady Flames, Papoose met the child once at a family cookout back in 2016, but told him it was her goddaughter. Really said, hide your emotions and don't let them show, as if she were Elsa from Frozen. After the announcement, someone else shared a picture of Papoose side by side in a Love versus Papoose post with the message, "He waited 6 years while she was building a family on the low. Bro, blink twice if you need help." Social media isn't a meltdown. Papoose has been completely silent, but insiders say he's devastated. According to a source close to the couple, he discovered the information online like the rest of us. He said he saw the picture, the voicemail, and the TikTok, and he hasn't spoken to anyone for 2 days. nobody can blame him because when you think about it, this isn't just a cheating scandal. It's a betrayal layered with lies. He has been on stage in interviews and podcasts for 12 years, discussing how Remy changed him and how they had a daughter together that he thought was their only child. Then, all of a sudden, there's another child, another parent, and a whole new relationship. Now, things get even more suspicious because there is reportedly no official birth certificate publicly filed under Remy Ma's legal name, which has led to new questions. Did she use an alias? Was the birth performed? One thing is certain. Remy Ma's legacy has undergone a significant rewrite. What was once A? And guess what? While everyone is focused on the daughter, nobody is asking who the biological father is, and trust me, when that name drops, did someone in her circle purposefully bury the paperwork? Some fans speculate that the entire situation was planned as a backup plan in case her career tanked after prison. Others say it was just messy, complicated love that went sideways when the world got involved, its entire industry on its head. But before we get into that, let's take a quick look back, because in order to fully comprehend how deep this goes, we need to go back to the beginning, to the studio days, late nights in the Bronx, battle rap ciphers, and a mysterious woman with cornrows who is always 2 steps behind Remy but never on the mic. Next, who is Lady Flames and why did she remain silent for 12 years? How did a rap session turn into a full-blown family drama? Let's talk about the woman at the center of this unraveling circus, the alleged ex, the co-parent, this silent partner. In Remy Ma's double life, Lady Flames, as most people know her, perhaps you may not recognize her. But to those who were involved in the underground battle scene in New York, she was that gritty, Baroque Brooklyn lyricist who never quite made it into the mainstream. This wasn't because she lacked talent, but rather because she refused to play the game. No labels, no stylists, no sellout moves. And perhaps even no room for her name next to Remy Ma's, once Remy started taking her brand seriously. According to those who knew them at the time, Lady Flames and Remy Ma were inseparable in the early 2000s. They rolled together, performed together, and occasionally even wore matching Tims on stage. See it in the way they looked at each other? In between verses, and now that the secret is out, fans are unearthing old footage with fresh eyes. One clip from a 2005 cypher, in which Flames passes Remy the microphone and winks, while Remy calls her my ride or die on camera, has gone viral. It looked cute at the time, but in her most recent livestream, Lady Flames claimed that their relationship ended the moment Remy Ma was arrested, not because of the charges, but because Remy chose to protect her public image over their child. She told me bluntly, "I'm going to prison. I can't be out here looking soft. I can't have people thinking I'm gay or a mother. It will ruin everything I've built so far." It's what she said, so let that sink in. She allegedly put her reputation before her relationship and her daughter, and when Remy left and ended up in Papoose's arms, Flames claims she was told to keep quiet for the benefit of all parties. However, Flames claims that Papoose knew yes. He allegedly discovered it in 2016, but decided to keep it a secret to preserve their public image at the time. When Remy's career was taking off after La Cheney, the BET Awards were coming up, and they were working on Black Love branding. Dealing with a scandal like this would have destroyed the entire image. And guess what? Fans are unearthing interviews from 2016 in which Papoose avoids questions about children, abruptly changes the subject, or stutters when asked about fatherhood outside of being the father of Remy's daughter. One viral clip from a Breakfast Club interview has fans focusing on Papoose's face when Charlemagne asks, "Would you ever raise another man's child if Remy had one?" That isn't suspicious. Papoose just laughs uneasily and gives no response. But wait till it gets Wildra leaked document purportedly from a asterisk. Fans are now speculating that Lady Flames tried to maintain visitation with the daughter but was gradually cut off as Remy built her new public life with Papoose. This suggests that not only was the child hidden, but the other mother may have been purposefully removed from her life. This leads us to the daughter herself. According to Flame's version, her name is Ka, and she is 12 years old and already posts freestyles on TikTok. A private family court filing has surfaced on Reddit that mentions visitation rights between a mother and a non-biological co-parent. The names are redacted, but the timelines match perfectly. Asterisk. Under the handle at CA4Yale. And let me tell you, she's so good that fans are already referring to her as Baby Remy with a Jada Wea attitude. Her most recent freestyle was released a few days after the story went viral. And in the lyrics, she drops a bar that made me cold. Keep it low now. Y'all just found out. But I always knew. Mama told me. Excuse me, but she has known the entire time. Has she been observing Remy Ma's public persona while honing her craft in secret? One admirer wrote, Remy is actually out there rearing the next female rap goat in secret. Such as this is X-Men Academy, and she is Professor X, another wrote. While fans are jesting, a storm is brewing behind the scenes. Remy Ma's team has gone into full damage control mode. According to sources, her PR team is contacting gossip blogs in an attempt to put an end to the story by threatening lawsuits over defamation and phony documents. But let's be honest, if this were really fake, wouldn't she have gone live already? But there is no silence, not a single post, not even a denial. And no cryptic tweets are just silence. And as you are already aware in the world of celebrities, silence usually indicates that you caught me. According to Flames, the daughter CA was born in secret just before Ray was imprisoned. Flames and Remy co-parented her until Remy was imprisoned, and Flames raised her largely alone for the next few years. Papoose met KMA once and was allegedly told she was only a goddaughter. After Remy was released, she severed her relationship with Flames and distanced herself from the child. The girl, now 12, has begun to express herself through her music. And the worst part is that she wants to meet her real father. Mess heads next. Because while Flames was open about co-parenting, she never disclosed the identity of the donor. Now, fans are furious, with some speculating that it's a well-known New York DJ and others that it might be a producer who worked with Remy in 2007. 1. TikToker claims she has real footage of Flames at a sperm bank and plans to release it soon. Of course, this could all be internet smoke. But the flames are getting hotter, and this is what we all want to know. Why leak this now after 12 years? Flames said it best herself in her final line of the live stream. We'll pick it up next because in part 3, we're delving into the Fallout brand collapse. DNA tests, lawsuits, and what happens when a 12-year-old with Remy Ma's genetics starts speaking her truth without a public relations team to stop her. Kima's TikTok has reportedly gained 80,000 followers in less than 48 hours. And Papoose's team has disabled comments because it's not just about the daughter anymore, but about reputation, brand deals, and betrayal on a family level. For more than 10 years, Papoose wore the crown of most loyal man in hip-hop. He made music about commitment, appeared on reality shows based on Black love, and even got booked to speak on relationship panels. Now, his silence is louder than gunshots in a quiet Bronx alley. His flawless image is breaking like a knockoff Birkin. Let's talk about what happens when the smoke starts choking everyone, because this is no longer just a juicy hip-hop scandal. Genuinely didn't know the whole truth, and that he feels ashamed after learning about it from blogs and TikTok videos. They claim that he discovered the daughter's existence on the same day as the public did. And the worst part is that Papoose and Remy were allegedly in negotiations for a new reality show called Bet, which would have been a family-centered documentary about their life after the birth of their daughter and how their love story developed over time. The network reportedly canceled the show within 24 hours of the leak, ghosted brand deals, froze speaking engagements, and quietly canceled because, let's face it, if you're preaching loyalty while covertly hiding a child, Lady Flames, the ex-girlfriend, who turned whistleblower, has reportedly hired a family lawyer, not just any lawyer, but one who has experience handling high-profile LGBTQ+ custody disputes in New York. according to early reports. Flames is trying to legally establish herself as Kima's co-parent. To put it another way, she wants visitation, legal status, or possibly full custody. And Remy is still silent, hasn't released a press release, a video, or a quote, just carefully chosen social media posts that pretend everything is fine. Fans began calling Ka the next female GOAT before she even released a mixtape. And they are already rooting for her to become the anti-industry princess, the raw, unfiltered voice of a new generation. She is panicking behind closed doors, not only over the Flame situation, but also over Ka. She released a second freestyle, this time directed at Remy, and the bars weren't just sharp. They were personal. After 12 years of silence, you all wanted to talk and hid me in the dark while you shined on the block saying I was a mistake. Now I'm all you've got. I'm the secret you buried and the truth you forgot. One YouTube comment. Read, she's what I Spice thinks she is. And while the memes are funny, the story is getting serious. Kima's page is going viral, and interview requests are flooding in. Rumor has it that she's in talks with a major podcast for a sit-down, and if she does, her entire public legacy could be destroyed. What started out as a tale of resiliency, redemption, and rebirth could quickly turn into a warning about fame, ego, and abandonment. There was supposed to be a conversation between Remy and Lady Flames in a quiet hallway backstage, but VH1 interrupted. Remy's whispering became emotional, and Flames left in tears. The internet is waiting for that clip, making it seem like a Drake versus Kendrick round 3. While fans are going crazy trying to piece together whether it was all a lengthy game that was Flame silenced for PR reasons, or whether Ka was actually kept out of the public eye to protect a brand. 3 theories are currently consuming the conversation. First, Remy Ma might go public soon with a well-planned live apology, perhaps even a staged reunion with Ka and Papoose, but nothing has been confirmed. Second, Papoose might leave because good people close to him say he's broken and is staying in a different apartment to process everything. Third, QA might become completely independent and release a full-length disc on YouTube. Or sit down with a blogger who presents the truth from a child, who is old enough to understand what was done and brave enough to speak it. This isn't just about one child. It's about identity. It's about a woman who advocated for growth and transparency while concealing one of the most significant aspects of her life. It's about a man who waited years for a woman who might never have been open with him. Now, fans are wondering if Kima's real father is still unknown. Could it be a well-known persona, DJ, producer, rapper, or TikToker who claims to have discovered audio from a studio session in which Flames mentions the donor? If that clip is released, the scandal will reach a new level. Some fans say they're waiting for Flames to release a memoir, with the title bars Betrayal and Baby Ka already being floated. One blogger even implied that Flames are holding voice recordings, love letters, and pictures that could blow Remy Ma's world apart. If even half of this is true, how long can Remy Ma remain silent? It only takes one interview to ruin a carefully constructed image, and we all know how quickly things fall in this industry. One wrong word, one tearful confession, and years of branding are erased in minutes. Therefore, if you were Papoose, what would you do? Would you leave the woman you loved for lying? In this case, silence doesn't look classy. It looks guilty. The longer she stays silent, the louder the internet gets, and the louder KMA gets. This girl is 12 years old, hasn't received media training, and hasn't signed a non-disclosure regarding a child, or would you remain for the sake of legacy? If you were Remy, would you come clean and put things back together? Or would you double down and hope that everything goes away? Should Ka remain in the background or use her platform to speak her truth? Isn't just a scandal anymore. It's a test of character and a window into what happens when secrets grow up and the thing you tried to hide becomes louder than the thing you tried to protect. This story isn't over, in fact, it's just getting started. Please share your thoughts in the comments section as we're watching this unfold in real time. If you want more outrageous celebrity truth bombs and industry secrets, please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. At the Celeb Tycoon, we don't just sip the tea, we leak every single bit.